Hi everybody, my name is Krystal and I am first a wife and a mother, and I am also the proud owner of Channing Baby and Company. We are a baby store that really focuses on everything to bring home a baby. So we do strollers, car seats, clothing, bath, a little bit of everything really. We try to really curate the store so that it's the best of everything in baby. A couple things I'm going to talk to you about today is just making the city a little bit more baby friendly. So walkability, changing rooms, nursing lounges, and more play structures in the city. But first, my family, which will be up here in a second. My husband Ryan is my number one supporter. He has been by me even when I came home and said, I'm going to open a baby store, which was wildly crazy at the time. But we have worked together as a family to really make that a possibility. I also have two young sons, 3 and 2. So Rustin is my oldest. He is 3 years old. He is my wild child and my mini-me. He is definitely my payback for my youth. But he's really fun and sweet. And then Henry is going to be 2 in December, and he is the sweetest kid you'll ever meet. Can't be any different than his brother, completely opposites. He is the first one to check on you when you are hurt, and can't leave without a hug or a kiss. So those are my boys and my family, and they definitely are a huge part of our store and what we do in the city. So one of the main things that we do at the store too is we try to be a sense of community. We, when looking for a storefront, we really liked downtown Tacoma. Their walkability was amazing. The store size was perfect. It was a little bit smaller, very boutique style. It has huge, large windows, which we love. But really the thing I loved most about our area is that Tacoma's really downtown Tacoma, UW has really curated a great shopping experience. So, and we couldn't do it without these ladies. These are our employees. They are all mothers. There's actually 9 babies between the 4 of us. And Rustin is the oldest, and he's 3 years old, so a lot of little babies. We, as a company, try to make sure that our moms are mothers first, and they work for us second. So we try to make sure that we always close at 6, so our moms are home to put their babies to bed every night. And we're very flexible. We make sure that it's important to be with your children the majority of the time, but they're still able to have a job and be a mom. So that is them. And this is our 1-year anniversary, so we've been open for about 1.5 years now, and it's been really amazing. We have worked hard, and these women have worked really hard for us. So this is our storefront. It has nice large windows. One of the main things we liked about the downtown UW campus was all of the other shops. So a lot of them are women-owned, which I love, and a lot of them are owned by women, or mothers too. So we are also kitty corner to the Children's Museum, which is a huge, huge part of our store and a huge part of our lives as a family. So we utilize the Children's Museum quite a bit, and we also get to work with them as a business, which I love. One of the main things that I wanted to do as a store was be a sense of community. So we do stroller walks. We typically meet about once a month, and we head around the city. We usually hit up Anthem Coffee first because we're all new parents and we need a lot of coffee in our lives. We head over the Glass Museum Bridge and then down to Foss Waterway. We typically come up the Prairie Line Trail and then back to the store. So we usually do this monthly, and here's a picture of all of our families on a stroller walk. This is a great thing for us as a store to get out and meet all of our customers, and we get to interact with them and their children. And then also it's great for all of our customers to be able to meet families that are similar to them. So we typically do the walk. It's about 45 minutes to an hour. We really get to just hang out with them and try to make connections with other families in the city. Sometimes it's hard when you're a new parent to get out and meet people, so this is a great way for us to meet the little ones. One of the things that I would love to see in the future of Tacoma is down on Foss Waterway. It's one of my favorite areas, but it's definitely needing a little bit of love down there for children. It feels really safe as an area. It's far away from a street. It's not really accessible to the water, but it definitely could use some play structures. There's a few musical instruments that are great, but usually all of the little ones they're too high for, so they can't even reach any of them. This area, I'd love to see a splash pad or even any kind of play structure down there. We utilize this area a lot. I love it. It's beautiful, and it's nice to let the kids run around down there, but it definitely could use a little touch of more kid-friendly pieces. This is us on our stroller walk. We usually have about 10 to 15 families, which is really nice, so it's just a nice way for us to get out. And then another thing when you're building, play structures or things in cities, restrooms is a huge one for us. As a parent, I'm constantly having to look for the nearest restroom. I have one in diapers and one that is potty trained. So that's something that I'd really love to see in the future of Tacoma is more places for you to be able to change your child. And not only for women, but for men also. As a modern family, my husband is my teammate and he changes our children just as much as I do. So a lot of times I end up having to do that in public because there's only a changing table in the women's restrooms and not the men's restrooms. So something going further into the future, I would love to see more changing tables. We have a full changing station and kind of potty training setup at the store, and this is welcome to anybody in the city. They don't have to be a customer of ours, but they are welcome to use our facilities to change baby, and we try to keep it fully stocked with diapers, wipes, things like that, and emergencies, which we've had quite a bit. Parents coming in being like, do you sell diapers or whatever, but we always make sure we keep them stocked. Another thing that I would love to see in the city is more nursing. As a new mom, nursing was probably one of the most difficult things for me. I was terrified to leave the house. I was terrified somebody would call me out if I was nursing my child in public, or they're crying and I couldn't nurse them. I would really only go to Nordstrom because I knew they had a nursing lounge. So as a parent and a store owner, I knew this was something that I wanted to have in our store. So we have a nursing lounge, again, open to anybody. It's also great for pumping. We make sure we have extension cords, things like that. So any of our nearby moms and businesses that need somewhere to come and pump every day, they are welcome here. And also, I was actually just reading SeaTac Airport just opened up nursing pods. So there's pods all through the airport now where you are able to go nurse your baby. And I think that is an amazing thing and something that we definitely need to see in the future of our city. If we want to be a modern, family-friendly city, you've got to have somewhere that's comfortable and clean for you to feed your baby. So this is actually a beautiful Google image of the street we live on. As a parent, I'm constantly doing stroller walks or taking my kids out. We have a wagon. This summer, Rustin learned to ride a bike, so we're utilizing sidewalks a ton. If you notice here on the right, we have a ADA ramp on one side of our street and not the other. So I'm not sure why we, as a city, are building ADA ramps on one corner and not the rest of them, because it's nearly impossible for you to get up onto the next sidewalk. We actually also have a woman that lives down the street from us who is in a wheelchair, and every day she goes to pick up her kids from the bus stop and she comes down the ADA ramp and then she has to go down the middle of the street because she's not able to get back onto the sidewalk. As a parent, I've really started to realize this because we are utilizing the sidewalks a lot more with our stroller. And my son riding his bike, it's very difficult for him to be able to cross over and to be able to get back onto the other sidewalk. So it seems like such a basic thing, but as a more family-friendly city, I would love to see those changes. So there's me and my little one. But definitely walkability, having more facilities and nursing lounges, changing tables throughout the city, I think is key. And I think as a city and as business owners, it's pretty easy to put some of these things into our stores. And then more interactive play, just small things around the city for the kids to touch, play with, and just enjoy the city a little bit more. But thank you. Have a good night.